I be trying to come on time, y'all. I be trying. And I don't know, man. I hit the go button and everything just goes, boo, we're not going to work. Hmm? That's why I hate live, but you guys like live, so I come on live. Anyway, uh, uh, I've been quiet on this for a long time, a few years. Uh, haven't had much to say about it. But today I'm going to talk about it. And it'll be what it'll be. There'll be a lot of people, oh, you don't like that guy. A lot of people, oh, you're jealous of this guy. And hey, man, it is what it is. Um, but that's really not the case. But there are some things that not happy about. I'm going to talk about them. Uh, but what starts this out is there was a news report done, and it was done wrong. So the club it was done against had something to say about it, and then we'll just go from there. So all of that after this. Swoosh! Swoosh! Hello, folks. I'm Black Dragon, and welcome to my YouTube channel, Black Dragon Biker TV, and the Biker News, Black Dragon Biker News Network, Biker News you can trust. And as always, I'd like to thank you all for tuning in from wherever it is in the world that you happen to be. And listen, man, like, share, follow, and subscribe if you would. I would absolutely appreciate it. So, those of you who have been watching already, you've seen Hollywood Show. You already know a little bit about what this is about. But let me go ahead and get into it. So, we all covered this story. One of the Warlocks motorcycle clubs had a guy who went to prison. And Hollywood and I covered this story. And in Hollywood Show today, he read a letter that came from the boss of the Phoenix Warlocks um, motorcycle club, as they were implicated in a murder that they had nothing to do with. So, reading from Hollywood Show, is it important? Does it matter? Regardless of the year, the generation, the situation, an individual putting out accurate news is in fact important. In our world, putting out accurate news or inaccurate news can cause problems for teams that could have been prevented. It can also ruin images and reputations of clubs that work hard to be better and do better when these so-called news pages, put out news and put out shows for clicks, likes, and follows. A bit of simple research can go a long way. Do the research, check for accuracy, be trusted and accurate, be a trusted and accurate source for this news you claim to have. And this part of the letter um, says, Sose the Ghost, this is for you. I personally reached out to you and told you that you were putting out incorrect information, that you are using my nation's patches when the article was about another nation with the same name. These articles alluded to the fact that we have teamed up with another nation to commit offenses. This is completely false. I respectfully asked that you removed it. I respectfully asked that you remove it, and you haven't. You still have them on your social media platforms. I gave you my number to reach out to me. You refused to pass your number to me. You refused to call, in addition to not having the simple respect to even reply to my private message to you. Your complete disregard for the truth, it goes on to say, your complete disregard for the truth, lack of common courtesy, and lack of respect for this life shows why you are an independent writer now. It is clear and evident that you are more about the clicks on your pages and the videos than you are with trying to be a real news station of the MC world, especially one you aren't even a part of. And saying all that, fuck you very much. And fuck anything you have to say. Signed, Silent One Percenter. So, this video that I'm doing is not, this video that I'm doing is not to jump on Sose for making a mistake in news coverage. Damn it, we've all done it. Those of us who run news channels. I just got a message the other day from one of the top, baddest, toughest 1% clubs in the country about a story I did. And you get those messages. And they'll correct you. It hurts. Sometimes it's downright embarrassing. Man, I should have. Yeah, you're right. You got me on that one. And at first, they wouldn't even talk to us. But we've become trusted. And now they'll give us a call or send us a text message. Even will say, can you cover this? Can you handle this? Or will send us messages. I'll get you in a minute, Mike. I will. Will send us messages and tell us, hey man, can you cover this for us? I lost track for a minute. And that is a trust that we've earned. And Mike Ball just called me. I'll get you in a second, Mike. I'll send you a link so you can come on the show. And Mike works with that camp, so he's adamant about and he wants to talk. And we do all sides. We do both sides. So I'll absolutely let him talk. But I have some things I want to say. So we make these mistakes. But I have had a problem with Sose for a long time. Some of the things that he's done, which I would call intellectual dishonesty. And I've never really gone completely public with it. And so I'm going to do that today. And then Mike wants to come on, and I'll absolutely let him come on and give his side of this. But when it comes to covering stories, even CNN screws up. Everybody screws the hell up. We all do. We've all had to. I had a 1% club threaten to sue me. I was like, you're a 1% club. You're going to sue me? Are you serious? And they said, well, you know what? We do things differently these days. It ain't like you read about in the news. Sometimes we'll sue your ass. You wouldn't want the alternative. And I was like, yeah, you're right. I wouldn't want the alternative. We had to straighten that out. So this is not about someone who made a mistake in news coverage. This is about someone who has said consistently, I don't do news. The intellectual dishonesty I'm talking about. A guy who came on over and over and over again in the beginning years and chastised my channel without saying my name over and over and over again. Some of the quotes: "Who died and made you a news channel? Who, what makes you capable of covering news?" And all this kind of stuff. We don't do news, and the fact of the matter is, yes, you do. You do it, and I don't like the intellectual dishonesty. I don't like all the barbs you threw at my channel, and now here it comes back to bite you right in the ass. I don't like the calling my channel and channels like mine culture vultures. You invented that term for social media biker channels. I'm sitting up doing my channel, and I got people calling me all these names. You culture vulture! You culture vulture! And the first time I ever heard that, I was like, what in the hell is that? I'd never even heard that term. I'm old. You young people have terms that old people have never heard of. Culture vulture. I was trying to wonder what the hell that was. And it came out that um it came out that it was somebody who is making a living off of this society that has no place in making that living. And one of the biggest things that he did that really hurt me, hurt my channel, and at one point had my life in jeopardy, was this idea he kept perpetuating. Why are you talking about one percenters? And he drove that home and drove that home and drove that home, not realizing or not caring about his position as a social media content creator. People listen to what you have to say. Yeah, hey, bike clubs can say this. The internet's not real. Social media is not. They can say that all day. But media is real as hell. And content creators, I remember, I'll never forget, something I've always kept in my mind, when Charles Barkley was running around talking about, I'm not a role model 20 years ago, 30 years ago, 40 years ago, maybe. And he spit at somebody and spit on that 12-year-old girl. He had to come to a realization. Yes, the hell you are a role model. Yes, the hell people do listen to you. Yes, the hell they watch you. When he had that DUI, he finally said, you know what? I realize. And so people are watching you. They believe in you. They believe everything you say. So the intellectual dishonesty, you should stop. You do news. Because there's only so many times you can say, and that's why, MC protocol channels, I mean, we're really lame. We're really lame. There's only so many times you can say, hey, if you do that, the 1%ers will get you. There's only so many times you can say that. Then you got to talk about something else. And everyone of us will eventually get to some kind of talking about current events, covering news. The such and such so and so's got arrested. The such and such so and so's did this. Can you believe they're pulling over motorcycles now and causing us to have to answer the checkpoint questions? This is biker news. It's biker news. And yes, you do cover it. And yes, you do talk about the murders. And yes, you do talk about the bad stuff. And yes, you do. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. So miss me with the intellectual dishonesty. The same intellectual dishonesty that you started this with. When you would take my damn shows, recreate them, and act like it all came from you. Instead of saying intellectually, intellectual properties, intellectually, hey, you know what? Black Dragon did this video first. This is my take on it. That's how you share. That's how you share in the glory. That's how you help others around you. He said, I tried to reach out to you. I know he did. I know some of the people that he called to reach out to you. Talked about it. Talked about it. And when you do this stuff, and this is why I put my number up. I put my number up all the time. I stick my number up all the time so that people can call into this show. Mike Ball just made a phone call. He actually has my personal number. But people call all the time. Oh my God, Black Dragon, I can't believe you answered the phone. So that I can be held accountable for the things I say up here. I absolutely I have a duty to be held accountable. Yes, I belong to news organizations. Yes, I belong to news wires. There's a certain amount of stuff we have to do. But I'm not fixing to tell you I don't make any mistakes. I'm going to tell you I'm not going to be intellectually dishonest with you. One of the intellectual dishonesties, in my opinion, was this attacking all the time he did to get his show up. Why are you making 1%er? Who are you to talk about? Now, you're not a 1%er anymore. So why are you still talking about the shit? You're doing the same thing you accused us of doing. But the sheeple ain't catching it. Sheeple ain't seeing it. Just someone say, well, you're jealous of his. Listen, I'm not jealous of any man's hustle. I want 300,000 subscribers. Hey, I'll be happy to get 100,000. I want one of them damn plaques. I guess he's got two of them. About to get a third. There's no jealousy. I'm just trying to think, how the hell can I get me one? I want one. I just want to get me one. I have no jealousy, no hate about that. What upset me was the constant remaking of my videos. You can just go look. Especially in the beginning. And not giving me any credit for it. Especially the first big one when I did passing 1%ers. I was watching his rendition of my video almost word for word, and it was apparent to me that this man never led a pack in his life. The hand signals, it was crazy. I was like, how do people not see this? And that's what frustrated me. And that whole 1%er thing, it caused some dudes to roll into this city. And I've never said this publicly. It caused some dudes to roll into this city, hyped up on that BS he was talking, and some folks really almost got hurt. And I never forgave him for that because he never apologized. Not, I guess, not in his character. I suppose you could say, well, I didn't do that. Your words have power when you do this. Your words have meaning when you do this. It's really weird. Some dude, and you guys are too young to remember this, but some dude was in love with Jodie Foster and tried to kill President Reagan. There's zealots and weirdos out there, and they key off what you say. That's why you won't get me. You can't find me saying negative things about people's motorcycle clubs. What do you think about Iron Order? Um, what? I'm not. I can say stuff that would make some idiot go try to do something to them. Well, what do you think about this motorcycle club? I think it's a motorcycle club, and I love all motorcycle clubs. And I see you in my I see you in my chat, Danny. And don't start that with me this morning. You really don't want to. You really don't. Don't start that shit. What you should do is just be quiet in the comments. That's what you should do. This ain't the time for that. Because you don't want that interaction. It's not one you'll win. So don't do that, Danny. Don't. So anyway, that's how I felt about it. I don't like the intellectual dishonesty. Mike, text me your email address and I'll send you a link so you can get on. And you can come on face to face. Yeah, you know what, bro? Who the fuck do you think you're talking to right now? I think I'm talking to Danny D'Lo, that I talk to all the time on the phone, night and day, day and night. That's who I'm talking to. So we're not going to do the tough thing. Come on, you know me better than that. So, don't do it. If it was a legitimate question, all right. No, I don't think. I think we talked a long time before you did that video. It's not the same. It's just not. You know the story. So, why are you trying to do this? I don't know. I don't know why. I'm waiting for this text message. I'm sure is going to come. So anyway, that's. Oh, okay. I'm not getting on right now. This is so distasteful. Okay, I got you. I got you. It might be distasteful. It's how I felt. To me, it was a great deal of intellectual dishonesty that's been going on for years. I never liked the fact that this guy called me a culture vulture and is doing the same thing. I love you too, Mike, and we're not going to always agree on things. I love you to death, man. I really do. And I know that's one of your best friends, and I hate it. Because you know what? If you're best friends with him and you're a great friend with me, he's probably a good guy. There must be something about both of us that are the same, that you would like us both and be friends with us both. But some of his shenanigans, I haven't liked. Doing the same things he's accused the rest of us of doing. Taking people's colors and patches and stuff and putting them up in his thumbnails, and then turn around and call me a culture vulture. I've found it distasteful. And so today I'm going to say something about it. It's not going to be a back and forth thing. But these are feelings I felt for a long time. That's old news, Black Dragon. Why are you bringing it up today? It's not old news when it's ongoing and concurrent, Joe. You don't understand that some of those 1% comments weren't even towards you. It was actually towards Hollywood, and even Hollywood knows that. Yeah, but no 1%er crew rolled in on Hollywood trying to hurt him. They came here trying to get me. So, it's what happened. And Mike, you know I've never spoken about it before, but what made me speak about it today was some of the things that I've seen. I've reached out to that man and tried to talk to him. And just like this guy said in his thing, I reached out to you. You wouldn't talk to me. I tried to get your phone number. And even though I've told you that this stuff is up there and it's wrong, it's still on your channel. I have a problem with that. Well, you can't say that. It's not true. What you just said is not true. You can't say that. You can't say no one sent a squad. That's not true. I actually interviewed that guy on my channel. He said he came here with a squad. So, Mike, that's not true. The guy, even 2 years later, became part of my show. I don't have to make anything up, man. That right there, that's not true. No one sent a squad. That's not true. You don't want to believe. I can take care of it. I can understand that. Oh, no, 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 no. No. I no, you did not send them. No, I never said that you sent them, that y'all sent them, that he sent them. So let's clarify that. I'm gonna always be truthful. What I said was the rhetoric. You can't say, I'll meet you at the Capitol. The Capitol gets surrounded, and then you say, well, hey, I didn't have nothing to do with that. The rhetoric. The rhetoric. The rhetoric. You can't say, man, that damn Mike Pence, if he would only do his job, and then people go hang him. I have nothing to do with that. The rhetoric is important. And it was that rhetoric that was important, that made things happen. And social media content creators, we have to be aware of our rhetoric. We do. Too many people watch us. Too many tens of millions of people, too many hundreds of millions of people. I looked on my TikTok thing. I had like 210 million views. 210 million? I don't know 210 million people. In one of those 210 million, I guarantee you, is a Looney Tune. So I can't be talking negative about people's motorcycle clubs and, oh, you shouldn't do that. And, oh, when you see this person, you need to do that to them. That's why doxing is illegal. What is doxing? And I've seen people, I've seen them dox Hollywood. They dox Chuck Gines. Somebody even doxed me. What is doxing? Putting somebody's information up, where they live, how to get to them. You can dox somebody and get them killed, get them hurt. So yeah. So when I see all of that rhetoric, and then I read something like this, I'm like, wow, you don't practice what you preach. That's intellectual dishonesty. Take that damn thing down on these people. If it's not true, if it's not right, take it down. If it's not right, if it's not true. And they say it's not. They know what their club is and their colors and their patches. So that's what I'm talking about. And I'm sure there'll be a lot of people pissed off at me. Well, it happens. Stop with intellectual dishonesty. Do the things you said. And does he do biker news every day? No. Does he have a biker news channel? I'm not saying that he does. But you do biker news. So do it right. Stop telling folks, I'm not like those other channels. Yes, the hell you are. You don't have to disparage my channel or others. You don't have to disparage Hollywood's channel. Softballs Hollywood through this morning. I was cracking up. When him and Danny went on that interview, all of them, him, Danny, and Sose, buried the hatchet. I wanted to bury the hatchet too. Nobody'd let me on the show. So I didn't get to bury the hatchet. But I wasn't fixing to throw all them softballs. I wanted to ask, why the hell did you say all those things about me? You know, my feelings were hurt. I have feelings. You think I got feelings? I have feelings too. Why'd you say all that stuff about me? Why did you do that? Why did you accuse me of talking about 1%er stuff and I'm not a 1%er, but here you are doing the same damn thing show after show after show after show after show. And you ain't a 1%er no more either. So I never said anything about it publicly until this day. Well, I thought we squashed this. No. What happened was I just stopped talking about it. I just stopped talking about the inconsistencies, the doublespeak, the hypocrisy, the calling people out for things you're doing yourself. It's the greatest ploy ever developed. I've seen it used before. Like, call a guy who's suffering under racism, call that guy a racist. It's a great ploy. Call a guy who got something stolen from him a thief. It's the greatest ploy. People stop watching you and start watching the guy you're accusing. It's a great ploy. Call every other channel intellectually dishonest, culture vultures, when you're doing the exact same damn things. You're putting up people's club colors on your thumbnails. So how is you not a culture vulture and he is? You're not in that club either. So I never said anything about it. I was just like, wow. Well, if they're not going to get it, I'm not going to say it. I'm not upset about his meteor rising. I just pray to God my meteor will rise too. But that doesn't mean that I can't be critical about the hypocrisy. What about all the things? Hold on here. Let me pull this up. What about all the things you said about Sose? What Hollywood said? Hollywood admitted he said some real raunchy, bad, wrong things. Hollywood's a shock jock, and he says bad things about people. I never said anything untrue about that man. I never attacked that man before he came on his show attacking me. I would actually prefer, because I realized, why did you even stop talking about it? I realized that people that respect me respect him. A lot of times people call me, man, I watch you, Sose, and Hollywood, or I watch you and Sose, or I watch Sose and Hollywood, or I watch Sose and Bone, or that we got the same. I watch Danny D'Lo and I watch Sose. We got the same audience. We got the same damn audience. You can watch them at a night. They'll go from Bone show to Hollywood show to my show to Social show. They do that all day and all night. So, um, so that's how I feel. That's how I feel. So that's how I feel about it. And so I thought I would say so. Looking at that story, I was like, man, oh man. So that's my 2 cents. My 2 cents. And that's how I feel about it. All right, man. 39 minutes. No need to talk this to death. And we will be getting out of here. I'm sure this one will cause some comments in the sections below, in the comment section below. So I'd love to hear your comments. So, hey, man, it is what it is out here. The intellectual dishonesty and hypocrisy, though, I thought I would speak on it. So there we go, bro. Um, did someone mute you? I am sorry about that, Danny, because you know I don't do that, and no one should have muted you. No one told me. One of my moderators muted you. Don't mute. Don't do that. We only mute people who curse and act a fool. We don't mute opinions. So, Danny, you should have sent me a text message. I did not know that you had been muted. Forgive me for that. I love you too. I really do. And I've said it. That doesn't mean we haven't fought before. We have. um, we've cussed each other out, you and I. But I think you're a good young man. I love all you guys. Frost, all you people that I see every day. Pablo, Lissa. I love all you guys. You guys have become part of my daily life. I love Mike Ball. He might not talk to me for a while, but I love him. I love Dibber. He's taught me so much. So some of these people I've never met before, but still going to speak my mind. Still going to speak my piece. If I see something I don't like, I'm going to tell you, and I'm going to tell you why I don't like it. And you can agree or you don't have to, or we can agree to disagree. So, yes, Mike, I'm sure we will. Anyway, I said it publicly. It's now, it's off my chest. It's what I didn't like. Oh, by the way, this is Snapple, in case you guys were thinking it was something else. I'm Black Dragon. That's my 2 cents. I'm sure I'll hear your 2 cents in the comment section below. Thanks for tuning in. And get skinny. To try to get out of here to commercial. I haven't been in my studio in a while. I don't know what buttons to hit anymore. Boom.